As you can see, we're being joined by a bit of royalty, Roy Jones Jr. And you kind of just caught a little bit of what Gareth was referring to a moment or two ago, because you've had an emotional couple of weeks, Roy. The gold medal. Talk us through it, man. We saw on your face when you were receiving that how much that meant to you.
It just tells you, man, that God is awesome. You know, all praises go to God, because without God, nothing would be nothing. I followed God's plan. I believed in God back when it happened. I realized that God was doing something different to me to get more out of me. And I never really expected to get the gold medal back. I just thought that he was trying to make me do more than I would have probably tried to do on my own. And that's really what it came out to be. Yeah. But the fact that after all that has happened, the guy still brought the gold medal back, wow. That's only the grace of God. You know?
One of the biggest robberies in boxing ever, that, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Seoul, 1988.
Yep.
You were a very young man then.
19 years old.
90. Can you remember it all to this day, that moment when his hand was raised?
I remember it all. I remember standing up with my hand on my hip. The referee said, they got me. I heard them out there at that little table, at the little council table, cheering. I said, they got me. And sure enough, the winner on points, 3-2, in the blue corner, Park Si-hun. I'm like, you know what? So I got in the back and I asked him, I said, hey, interpreter, ask him, do you think he won? She said, whatever she said to him, he said, no, I know I didn't win. I said, okay. I shook his hand and I left. I was cool with that.
But you never forgot it.
Never gonna forget, but I was cool with the fact that he knew he didn't win.
Yeah.
Because he didn't judge the fight, they did. Yeah, but when he told me he knew he didn't win, I was happy. That was my confirmation right there for me. I can go on and go and do what else I gotta do in life.
Speaking of decisions, right, we've got a massive fight this weekend. And I know that everybody's got their own opinion of how this is all going to play out. I'll ask you a straight question. Do you believe that Terence Crawford can get a decision against Canelo in Vegas on a Mexican holiday weekend?
Yes, I think he can get a decision, because he's the one who's going to try to pull off the impossible feat. If he even lasts 12 rounds, he's done more than most people are expecting him to do. You know, you got to remember back to the days of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler. Sugar Ray Leonard was off 5 years. It made it look like there's no way he should be able to beat that killer. But because of the fact that it went 12 rounds, to me, I thought Marvin still edged the fight out, or it could have been called a draw. But because Sugar did what everybody thought he couldn't do, which was even just last and be competitive for 12 rounds, they gave it to Sugar Ray Leonard.
Let me ask you the question then. Sugar Ray was extremely fast in that fight, and his hand speed and his movement and all those things were to the fore. Does Terence have to do a similar thing against Canelo and use his hand speed and create volume in the fight, volume of punches, to make be elusive to make sure that he beats Canelo?
No, that's not the way that he beats Canelo, because he doesn't have the same attributes that a Sugar Ray Leonard had. He doesn't have that fast hand speed. He doesn't have that fast combination punches. He doesn't have that phenomenal footwork. And that footwork would also hurt him in this fight, because if you run from Canelo, that just gives Canelo confidence.
So how does he beat him?
Well, he has to beat him with the X's and O's on the inside, playing left and right game. He can't go backwards, but he got to play left and right. But he got to be able to win the X's and O's battle going left and right.
And win the exchanges.
That's what I'm saying. That's the X's and O's. He got to win all the X and O's battles, or he's going to lose the fight.
You're a man that moved multiple weights, winning championships in multiple weights. How difficult was that?
It was very difficult to a degree, but it wasn't so difficult because the skill level was the same. So when you can take your puncher power and your speed and your combination punches, wherever you go, you become a real problem. But Terence is a guy who's taking an IQ everywhere he goes. You know what I'm saying? He may not have all those other attributes, but he can't fight left-handed and he can't fight right-handed. That's something that I didn't even have back there. I could, but not as good as he does. So he can comfortably and successfully fight left-handed or right-handed. That says a lot right there. So if he can make sure that he uses those two things to keep Canelo confused, he has a great chance. But to the other side of that, the flip side of that coin, Canelo also brought Boots Enos in for training.
Yeah.
You can also do both. So Canelo's going to be ready for that when you switch or you switch back. So that's a dynamic that Canelo has taken away, or has at least almost canceled out a little bit.
Does Crawford become an all-time great if he either stops or defeats Canelo?
If he stops Canelo, he definitely becomes an all-time great.
Number one pound for pound as well?
Right now, yes.
Yep.
And if he beats him, he also is number one pound for pound right now. But I ain't going to say they're going to make him a great if he beats him. But if he stops him, he's definitely going to be a great.
How do you think it plays out, Roy?
Well, I think Canelo could win if it ends up a knockout. I think if it's a decision, I think Crawford can win.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
And why have you not got the medal on, man? We need to get it on.
Well,
So disappointed.
The strap was cut already, so I couldn't wear it.
Okay.
And I didn't order. I can't get another Olympic strap that quick. But I could have bought it and held it for you guys. But it's been through a lot, so I wanted to leave it at home, and let it get rest, let it get used to its comfortable place where it should have been a long time ago.
37
I wanted to get
years.
adjusted to its home.
Oh.
Home that's been taken away from for 37 years. It needs to learn the aroma of that home. You understand me? So it needs to be home for a little while until it gets used to the environment.
Then you can take it out.
Then I can take it out abroad again, because right now if it goes abroad, I say, wait, am I going back to that foreign place? No, you're not. You're staying home, but it'll get nervous. And I don't want no more pressure on it than already been on it. You understand me? So y'all keep that post. Love y'all over there in the UK. Y'all keep me front and center like y'all always do. Hey, my man Oliver, good to see you. And
Spencer, we love you, mate.
Spencer,
we wish
do.
you were here. This is the closest thing we've ever had to Superman in boxing, remember?
There it is.
Superman.
There it is.